Hello everyone, I'm Pranjal Ramborkar from grade 7, Podar International School, Vasham. Today we are discussing about the topic The Charge of the Light Brigade, which is by Alfred Lord Tennyson. So it's all about the war of two teams, which is between Russia and British. So let's begin with the poem. So it starts as half a league, half a league, half a league onwards, all in the valley of death, rode the 600. Forward the light brigade, charge for the guns, he said. Into the valley of death rode the 600, which means the 600 cavalrymen rode for the mile and a half into the valley of death. When 600 cavalrymen goes for a mile and valley of death means they know that they will not survive over there. Light brigade advance, charge for the artillery. Their commander said. Their commander said this word. So the 600 cavalrymen charged into the valley of death. So their boss, their we can say the commander said to them that go into the valley of death. So they went over there. So the next stanza are like forward the light brigade. Was there a man dismayed? Not though the soldier knave, someone who blundered. There's not to make reply, there's not to reason why. There's but to do and die. Into the valley of death rode the 600. This lines means that the light brigade is now advanced and the commander say was an soldier. Discouraged or afraid? No. Even they all knew that the charge was mistake. It wasn't up to dispute their orders or to ask why they were given. Their job was simply to act and to die. So the 600 members of cavalry charged into the valley. Now their commander said to them to go into the valley of death. But now what their duty was to act as per the instructions given to them. It doesn't matter to them is it right or wrong, and they don't have any right to ask the question why. Okay. So now the next stanza is like cannon to right to them, cannon to right of them, cannon to left of them, cannon in front of them, vellied and thundered, storm at with, shot and shell. Boldly they rode and well into the jaws of death, into the mouth of hell, rode the 600, which means there were cannons on right side, on left side, and on front as well, and they all would fire loud blasts. The soldiers were showered with the gunshots and artillery shells as well, but they did not rode boldly and well into the teeth of death. And the 600 soldiers rode into the hell itself. Okay, so this lines mean that when they went over there, the cannons were right to them as well as left to them, and they all were fired with a loud blast. And the soldiers were showered with the gunshots and artillery shells. But what they can also do, they were having only sabers with them. The next stanza says that flashed all their sabres bare, flashed as they turned in air, sabring the gunners there, charging an army, while all the world wondered, plucked in battery smoke, right through the line they broke, Cossack and Russian, relieved from the sabre stroke, shattered and sundered. Then they rode back, but not the 600. So this means that they raised their sabers in the air and their sabers flashed in the light, and they stabbed the enemy's soldiers firing the guns. Now they charged an entire army and whole world watched in amazement. Now what happened? they were with the guns, and now the soldiers were with the swords. Then also they fought with them, and it was a great amazement to the whole world. And the cavalrymen dove into the smoke from the guns. They broke through the enemy line, and the Russian troop were dashed, cut into the pieces by the swords. Then the cavalrymen rode back, but not all 600 of them. So the Russian soldiers were now cut into the pieces by the sword. Still, they were having guns with them. Now they were defeated over there, but all 600 cavalrymen were not returned back, we can say. So the next one is like the cannons to right to them, cannons to left of them, cannons behind them, volleyed and thundered, storm at with sword and shield, while horse and hero fell. They that had fought so well came through the jaws of death, back from the mouth of hell. All that was left of them, left of 600. So this means that there were cannons on their right side, on their left side, and behind them. All of them were firing loud blasts, and they were now showered with the gunshots and artillery shells as well. And many of the heroes and their horses were killed over there. Even though they had fought so well, even though they had ridden into the teeth of death and came back from the hell itself, they have fought so well, and from the mouth of death, from the last ending point of light, they have come back. So that was a great bravery from their side. Okay, so that was left of 600 riders who set out on the charge. So see, when can their glory fade? The wild charge they made, all the world wondered, honored the charge they made, honored the light brigade, noble the 600. When will their bravery be forgotten? Which this is a question, and the whole world admire their wild charge. We must respect their charge, and we must respect them, the brave 600 men of the light brigade. We should respect them. So this poem tells the story of brigade consisting of 600 soldiers who rode on horseback into the valley of death for a half league, about 1.5 miles, and they were obeying a command to the charge the enemy forces actually, and that had been sizing their guns. Not a single soldier was discouraged or distressed by the commander to charge forward, even though all the soldiers realized that their commander had made terrible mistake. Someone had blundered. The role of soldier is to obey, not to make reply, not to reason why. And the 600 soldiers were isolated by the shots of the shells of cannons in front and on both sides of them. Still they rode courageously forward towards their own death, into the jaws of death, into the mouth of hell. They rode the 600. So it was all about the soldiers who have bravely fought over there, and the soldiers struck the army gunners with their unshattered swords. Okay, so they were just having swords in their hand, and their opponent team was having guns in their hands, but still they fought so well and they have defeated them. And from this poem we understand that it doesn't matter what the weapons we have, it matters on our bravery. Thank you. Have a nice day.